Step 3 is a realization, also called an affirmation. That because there's one life, and that life therefore is my life, then all of the attributes of that life are available to my life. So what'll I have? So what'll I choose today? Where will I go today? How will I have my life work today? What will I fix and repair in my life? What will I extend myself to do? What will I learn? And on and on. See? And so we start affirming things to ourselves. Say, I can now operate a video camera. I now, I made this up because I'm looking at one, all right? So, you know, everything I need to know about operating a video camera comes from the one mind into my use of that mind. It effectively flows into me, and I'm able to wrap my mind around this information and use it in a beneficial way for the highest good of all concerned, blah, blah, blah. See? So you decide what it is you want to create in your life. You're always creating something, and that's the thing about science mind is we don't start using it. We learn that we always have been using it. Big difference there. We don't kickstart the thing. We just come into awareness of it. It's like breathing. You know, when they first told you about breathing, you're like, say, yeah, I think I'll do that. That sounds like a good idea. When you were a little kid, you know, it's like, no, you've been doing it the whole time. Now here's how to do it. Deep breathing, and you know, you learn how to, you want to sing, then you learn how to breathe in a certain way, and so on. And so we affirm things. Now we're always affirming something. We have it's like a crawl on TV. You know, across the bottom of the screen, you'll see a news crawl. I don't know if they still do this, but they used to anyway. And it's like we have this crawl going on that, a narration going on of what we're perceiving in life. We're narrating it to ourselves. That's our affirmation of life. Like, oh, this could be, man, it's Monday again, or, you know, this could be trouble, or I really don't want to do this, or this is so annoying, or yeah, right. We get skeptical, we get cynical, and we have this narration going on, and then we're like, where's all the magic and beauty of life? Because all I'm seeing is, you know, this drab, gray kind of experience, and we don't realize until we do that it's our narration that's characterizing what we're seeing and shaping it as what it is. So an affirmation is taking accountability, really, for the words that you speak when you talk to yourself, what you say in your mental narration, your private dictation of information about life. And you craft an affirmation, and you craft the affirmation in the first person because you're the one who's knowing it and having it. You craft it in the present tense because you're the one who's right here now, you know. And the question had come up, do we use I or you in treatment? Well, it depends, really. Mostly I, when it's private treatment, you're doing it for yourself. If you're doing it on stage in front of a group of people, it can be awkward to say, I now know. I've thought of this over the years when we had circles here and stuff, and I'm up here and I now know and I now think. And I'm imagining the people out there saying, well, hello, what about, you know, I'm here too, what about me? Because when you invite a group in, you have a group experience of it. And so we're going to affirm some things about you, the group, with the understanding that the group is the I am. It's a composition of individual I amness. But in your private work, or in your work for yourself or for, you know, another, when you sit face to face, you're treating the self. And so I'll say, I now know. I now know. And, you know, if it's somebody else who's hip to this, they'll understand what you're doing, which is why our goal is to make everybody hip to this. That's why we do what we do, all right? You with me so far? So we're through three steps now. Realization. A lot more can be said about all these, especially realization, because like people say, is there anything I shouldn't want? Well, you know there is. You don't have to ask anybody that, okay? Come on now. And if it harms someone else, you don't get to have a higher spiritual consciousness and pull the rug out from other people. Here, give me that. I want that job. I want that relationship. Give me that. Because I have, you know, I know about treatment. Well, that's just twisted, isn't it? So we would never do that, but we want to be aware that such a proclivity might exist, you know, if we've been raised in a highly competitive environment. How do you know if an affirmation is going to work? You feel it. You feel it. That's an easy one. You feel it. How would you feel if all your needs were easily and naturally met? You know? How would you feel if all, as Shakespeare said, if all your heart's desires were with you right now? How would you feel? Well, you'd be over the moon, wouldn't you? Well, are you willing to be over the moon right now before they've shown up and carry that into treatment? Carry that into your affirmation, your realization step. If you're willing to do that, you're able to do that. Okay? Or to put it another way, nobody's unable to do that but willing to do that. Because the willingness immediately opens up the ability to do whatever has to be done inside the self to position yourself to enjoy this increased good in your life. And so, how do you feel about it? You write short, punchy affirmations that move you, and you feel something, and then you speak them. And then the